Hey guys, Sean07 here, bringing you another Battlefield 3 commentary as part of the Squad Deathmatch series. Now, today's game is on Sharqi Peninsula, one of the Back to Karkan maps. So, I'm going to be breaking down what to do in this game, really. Now, playing again with Bigfoot 500G. This is actually the third episode. I know in the first one I said this would probably be the second, but Bigfoot took the second one and decided to do that, but that's all cool. It's good, give me a break. And so yeah, I'm bringing you this one. Anyway, I'm going to start with the kits that you want to run on this. Kits is very important on this. You want to be running kits that are important to what you're going to be doing. So like, I'm using engineer right now because I don't want any of the enemies just like owning with the vehicle. Just like taking us out and that. So that's why I'm running engineer. It's a good one to use. You get the assault rifles from the engineer, which are powerful guns, very accurate guns as well. You also get that small javelin, whatever you want to use. Obviously you don't want to use the stinger because there's no air support. And also on engineer you get that repair tool if your team gets the vehicle or you have those mines to put down. EOD bot can even go out, kill some people and stuff like that. This, you've also got the accurate gun. Again, as in the last one I was playing, I'm using the exact same setup, so no difference there. G36 4-grip red dot silencer, absolutely amazing. Can't complain about it. Also G18 suppressed as my secondary. So yeah, I always run engineer on vehicle maps because, as I said, enemies get into the vehicle, they're gonna destroy all the other squads. So see, that's why I like to run engineer personally. I feel that it's probably the best idea. Look at this. All of them over there. That's why sometimes it's not best to hang around in your squad. Yeah, you want to be with a couple of them. You don't want to all be hanging about together, because then this is just going to happen. They keep killing you. Just like this. So that's not what you want to do. So yeah, moving on to the next kits, because I've said enough about that, I feel. In fact, guns you could use with engineer. I would suggest like a G36, like G36, maybe even like a UMP, something like a PW, PDW. Engineer is probably the one I would suggest using the most on this map. Recon could even be good on this map, so I'm gonna move on to Recon now. Recon is probably pretty good to use on this map because it's a pretty long distance map, some really good sniping spots, so you can just easily take people out. Your sniper, just well, you want to use what I tend to do in maps like this. If I'm going to be running around, I'll maybe take like the SKS, take the sight off it, use it as just a plain and normal gun. You can do that, or you've got the crane right in the center. Get up on that top of the crane with your SV, your M40, your L96, and just hit them down. It's a really good tactic to get up there if you can. Hopefully not get hit by them. So try that. Also try taking like the sight off the SKS and just running around with it like a normal gun. Also works with like the EMR, all sorts, all the like the SVD and that works with all those guns. Now, moving on to assault now. It's assault. This guy's using assault here, but assault probably on a map like this is probably gonna work more. You're gonna be compacted into an area more in this, I feel. So assault could work very well because your teammates are going to go down beside you, just easily get them up. You're also going to be stuck close together on this because it's more compact. So you're going to be able to chuck med boxes for them, give them health and all that. And you can also have those noob tubes on to take out those buildings, take down walls in them so enemies cannot hide in those buildings. So also another good fact, you can also do that with your small though. When the guns, because you can use the FAMAS, really accurate, really overpowered gun. You've got guns like that in with the assault, which makes the assault such a good class to use on this map. But overall, engineer, I would say, is probably the better one to use on this map anyway. Moving on to support. Support's not bad on this, especially if you've got like what I'm running. Got my silencer obviously on this gun. So this gun with the silencer, it's gonna use a lot of ammo. It's gonna use more ammo to kill people than it should without the silencer. So what you want to do is, ideally someone should be running support in your setup. Ideally that would be great, because then they can supply you with ammo. Even not, you've got that, if you go support, you have that, you can have the C4 to take out the tank as well, but you have that ammo box to resupply, just to chuck it down beside your teammates and run off and do what you want to do. So you've got that resupply, you've got that C4 as well, you got your big heavy machine gun, you got the M249, you can use the M60, you can even scale it down to using the M27, stuff like that. So you're really dominating the battle. Like, if you come close to close, they're not going to stand a chance, because you're going to have that big LMG advantage over them. I went over the classes here. I'm going to go over what tactics I like to run on this map. As you see, the area I was in there was kind of like a marketplace kind of area. That's probably the best area to be, especially if you're running around with like a G36 like me. And even Bigfoot's up on this building sniping. This is the area here, right? You want to be in here. You just, because that's where it all happens. It's the center of the map. Everything's happening here. They're coming from one side, they're coming from both sides. You have to kind of evenly split yourself out to defend it, though. A great place to be in there. You hold that spot and you can just dominate the game completely. No one will stand a chance for you. See, I've promoted to Colonel. This was a good game for me, actually, to get promoted. I was pretty happy. Now, let's get back to this, right? As you see, the guy's running support. I did kind of spray him down there, right? But who cares? He should have probably beat me there. This team don't know what they're doing. But as you see there, they're going to be spawning up there and coming up here. So holding this area right here is a great place to hold. They spawn on both sides of it. They're going to try to attack it. They're going to move it up this way anyway. So this is a great spot to be. Even down in the construction site, it was a busy spot earlier, as you've seen, when that whole squad was sitting in it. It's usually a busy spot down there. Up here and down there, that's the main areas you want to be, right? Because it's just going to be the high traffic areas. Everyone's going to be there. Just get some really good, you get some good amount of kills if you just control all these areas with your whole squad. Now, so if by doing these tactics, you should hopefully be able to play better on all these on the map, hopefully. And yep, so as you can see, look at that, they are attacking this area like crazy. Obviously we've kind of slackened off on holding this area. Our squad seem to be moving into the construction site, but you can see that they are just so desperately attempting to get this area. Now, as you can also see, I'm very low on ammo right now, so that is why support is pretty good to use. If you go on big kill streaks in this, you're going to waste a lot of ammo. Now, so that team overall, an overview of this map and how you want to play. This map is a difficult map to play on, personally, I feel. So controlling the construction site and that market kind of place area, just that's how it's meant to be done. It just works well. It's just easily get tons of kills if you defend it right. But you kind of have to stick as a squad as well. At least you don't want to be, well, you could be stranded by yourself, but you don't want to be. You kind of want to stick with your squad. So you see, our whole squad is kind of, apart from the guy in the vehicle, we're all taking this construction site area, we're just kind of controlling the area. We're holding down this area because it's a high traffic area. You hold down a high traffic area, you get kills. Pretty much simple. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to leave yourself too open though in a high traffic area. You want to be like kind of not camping in corners, but kind of out of the way in the areas. You don't want to stand in the middle and just stand there waiting on people. You know, you want to do what we're doing. We're kind of sticking to the edges of the areas, kind of sticking to the edges of the map as well. That's always helpful. Unless you're going in the marketplace, that's more center map. So obviously that's an exception, but we're kind of sticking to edges of the map and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you just need to like pretty much stick to the edges of these areas, get tons of kills. As you see, if you look at the scoreline, you can tell that we are dominating. This is the tactic to use. Clearly, we're sticking to the edges and we're just sticking together. We're not leaving each other behind. It's not what you want to do. You don't want to go off on your own in a squad deathmatch. You play squad deathmatch to play as a team. not by yourself. Play Conquest or TDM to play by yourself. Stuff like that. Rush. Play them by yourself. Squad Deathmatch, no. You play as a team or Squad Deathmatch. You look at the score, it's just annihilating because, well, there's two of us, and I'm guessing those other two might have been together, I don't know. But obviously there's two of us, we had the communication, and we knew what we're doing. If you know what you're doing on the maps, the advantage is so huge. If you know how to play the map, then I don't see any reason for you just not to get score lines like I'm getting right now. There's no reason you can't do it if you know how to play the map. So let's just get over kind of summary of what I talked about in the tactics to use, and their summary of what kind of guns to use. Well, kits suggested. Favorite ones I would go with would be Engineer, my favorite. Also go with Assault. I'm gonna say Assault on this one. I'm not a big fan of Assault, but I'm gonna say it on this one because of it being so compact. Recon, definitely give it a shot with your no scope. No, not like no scoping, but like your SKS with no scope. Give it a shot. And support. All kits to me work on this map in their own little ways. Unlike some of my last commentary on Cargo Island, I don't feel Assault would work highly on that map, as I said, but to me all kits work on this map. All kits are possible to use, just depending on the way you use them. But this is the way I'd like to see you playing. Guys, if you watch this, right, see ya, and you have like a HDPVR or something, or anything to record game you using your tactics, send it as a video response to this, because I'd love to see how you play with our tactics and all that kind of stuff. So guys, finish episode 3. See you in the next video.